lovely world. So, today, I wanted to discuss this because when this month started 2 days ago, I was trying to figure out, like, what I could do for every single day of August. And this video idea, it happened, like, in the last 10 minutes, which were, last night, basically, I was trying to figure out, like, because I'm making this, cryptic, I don't want to say cryptic, a bunch of, like, clues to what's going to happen. And I realized something when I've been doing this for the past, like, I want to say week and a half, 2 weeks. Look, I know I'm rambling here, but I know we're not going to be able to do anything for the rest of 2020. I'm already starting to try to figure out plans for 2021. Now, I guarantee you, not all these things are going to be able to happen. Maybe one or two, maybe three, possibly, things that I could do in 2021. Look, I've been to a couple of concerts in my time. I've been to 2 N-Fests. And one was, which is a concert thing that they put on every 2 years back in the day. They don't do that. The radio station I listened to back then doesn't do that anymore, as far as I know. Now, the thing is, I would like to go to more concerts in 2021. Whether it's 1 or 2 concerts, that's fine. It probably most likely would be 1, maybe 2, but most likely 1. Because the goal for me is I would love nothing more to, by the time, I can't go to concerts anymore and it gets a little bit too old, I would love nothing more to see and meet Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift and Hayley Williams and Panic at the Disco and Death Cab for Cutie and Ariana Grande and a whole bunch of other, artists out there that are just amazing, And it's not just those artists. There's other artists that I would love to, to go see in concert and meet them and have like a full-on conversation with them, stuff like that. And then, I would like to really, I'm not saying any of these things are going to happen, just a precaution, just to let you guys know, or a disclaimer, that who knows what's going to happen in 2021. I mean, we could be out of this whole thing. They could have a cure for COVID-19 or coronavirus or whatever you want to call it in 2021. The thing is that I would like to go to at least 1 or 2 concerts within the next year or 2 years or whatever. But I'm really looking forward to 2021. Just for the fact that I would like to go to, like I said, either 1 or 2 concerts, maybe go back to Comic-Con again in my county, or go to VidCon again next year. I'm not 100% sure on any of this stuff right now. This is just an idea that, that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. And look, I know concerts aren't going to be the way they used to be before this whole COVID-19 stuff started, but I really want to go to see Taylor Swift. I really want to go see Selena Gomez or Hayley Williams and Paramore and all these other bands that I suggested before and all these other artists that I've suggested as well. Maybe even go see Olivia O'Brien and other, artists out there who, maybe even go see Charlie Puth and all these other, artists that are out there who I've listened to most of their songs in the past. And it's not just women that I listen to, it's guys as well. But those are just some of the artists I want to see. And, Comic-Cons are awesome too because you get to, I'm not saying every single person, you get every single celebrity that you want to meet is going to show up to this Comic-Con unless it's San Diego or it's a bigger con. For the fact that, we got Jason Momoa last year in 2019 and Chris Hemsworth in 2014 and things like that, those were great. And before Stanley, Stan Lee died like a couple years ago, passed away a couple years ago. I got to see him and I got to have a Q&A with him and stuff. I see him in the Q&A. You know, it's these, and it's not just those ones that I've, you know, been to, the one in 2014, the one in 2017, the one in 2019. But it's so much more than that. I want to go back to Comic-Con again next year, and hopefully we have, you know, and when I went to 2017, they got Kate Beckinsale. Now, if you don't know who she is, I can't help you with that. Anyways, like, you know, there's other, you know, actresses and actors and comedians and you know, YouTubers and musicians and stuff like that I would love to meet. And I would, like I said, I would love to go back to VidCon sometime in the next, let's say 5 years. Or within the next, let's say next 2 years. Just go to one VidCon. I would love to go to 2 concerts next year. I would love to go back to Comic-Con next year if they even have it. It's just, it's all a matter of when people will be smart enough to not, you know, get sick or have this coronavirus or COVID-19 staying indoors and wearing masks, because not everyone's smart like that. And it saddens me that there's been so much death because of this virus, when it could all have been prevented because no one wants to stay indoors and no one wants to be protective by wearing gloves and wearing face masks and stuff like that. It just saddens me that we're where we are in this world as of right now with this whole COVID-19 stuff that's happening. Not just here, but it could be in Florida, it could be in Texas, it could be, you know, in Arizona, it could be anywhere. People need to become smarter. And like I said in this video, I know 2021 is, you know, 4 months away. I'm really, really, really hoping that I can go to see a concert or two, or go to Comic-Con or go to VidCon again next year. I'm not saying I'm going to go to all 4 of those do all 4 of those things, but maybe do 2 or 3 of them next year. Like go to a concert or go back to Comic-Con, or, you know, go to a concert and go to VidCon, or go to, you know, Comic-Con and VidCon. I really don't know what 2021 is going to have in store, but I have a feeling, a very, you know, very strong feeling in my heart and in my brain that we're not going to be able to do anything else for the rest of 2020. Plain and simple. 2021 might be a whole different story. They might have found a cure, they might have administered it to everyone who was infected, or you know, stuff like that. We don't know what the narrative is going to be in 2021. So I'm really, really praying and hoping and wishing that whatever 2020 had, whatever from February up until December, that they find some way to fix this so that we can go back, so I can go to concerts, a concert or concerts next year, or go to a Comic-Con or VidCon or some sort of event next year, because that's what I'm really hoping will happen. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy journey. I'm not saying that at all. It's going to be very difficult to figure out what 2021 is going to have in store, because we don't know what the rest of 2020 has in store for us. It's most likely we're going to be confined to our houses and not be able to do anything at all. That's just my humble opinion. You can disagree with my opinion all you want. I'm just saying that the way things are going, 2020 is pretty much done. And I'm not saying that because, you know, I'm saying that because no one's listening. No one's heeding the advice of our governors, and look at what's happened in the world. There's been almost 5 million people, 5 million human beings who have contracted this virus. And there's been over 152,000 deaths from this COVID-19 and coronavirus. That should not have even happened. We should not have to worry about things like this. But yet, no one listens. No one covers their face. No one, washes their hands. Nothing like that. And yet, the smart ones like myself, who wear a mask and who, wash their hands every second that they possibly can, are not going to contract it. Unless you're immunocompromised because you had cancer or you had some sort of a disease or something like that. Please, I want us all to, go back to some semblance of normalcy. It's not going to be completely normal and for a very long time. I get that. The fact is, I want to go back to concerts. I want to go to a concert again. And I want to go to VidCon again. And I want to go to Comic-Con again. So, please, whatever you do for the rest of 2020, be safe. Be smart. Please wear a mask. Please wash your hands. I cannot stress that enough. Look, I know tickets for Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez and any other popular musicians and stuff like that is going to be expensive. I know that. And they're going to sell out pretty fast. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy journey to get tickets for those things next year, because if we have concerts again next year, that would be great. But likelihood of that happening, it all depends on the cure. And it all depends on humanity as a whole to be smart enough to know that this is not going to go away that easily. And VidCon was, I know it was kind of a disaster when I went back in 2013 and 2014, but things might have changed since then. Because that was, the last VidCon I went to was 6 years ago. And, the last Comic-Con I went to was last August or September. And it was last September. I really want to go back to these events. So please, I'm begging you. I'm pleading with you. We all want to do things again. I want to go back to a concert of some sort, whether it's, whether it's Taylor Swift, whether it's Selena Gomez, whether it's Panic at the Disco, whether it's, any of those artists and bands I listed earlier, or to meet a celebrity at a Comic-Con, or to meet a YouTuber at VidCon. I want to do these things, but we cannot do that unless we put a stop to this virus, or slow it down enough where it's not going to be a huge factor by finding a cure and being safe by wearing a mask and washing our hands and sanitizing our hands. That's the most important thing. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. And I want to wish Quan Alexander, Carly Kloss, and Evangelina Lilly a happy birthday today. And also, a friend of mine's daughter's birthday is today. I'm not going to say who that is, but I want to wish everyone else out there who's celebrating a birthday today, whether you're a YouTuber, you're a celebrity, you're just a normal person who doesn't have a huge following, happy birthday. There's a couple more birthdays tomorrow, which I will get into tomorrow. Alright, I will see you tomorrow with a brand spanking new vlog. Bye-bye.